What's up, guys? Welcome to the Crypto Savvy channel. I'm Craig, and you're gonna want to see this. As you guys know, I've been talking about the markets being in severe trouble. We get little pumps and everyone gets really excited, but the macro view is very, very bearish. We're gonna go over that real quick. I'm sure most of you guys have heard that the UAW is talking about going on strike tomorrow. How will that affect the markets? We're going to take a look at back in 2007, how it affected the markets. And give me your opinion on that down below. I know it's only one thing, but all these things, you hear a lot of times history doesn't always repeat, but it often rhymes. A lot of this stuff is all coming together and making a lot of sense here. And I've talked about it like I talked about it yesterday. A lot of news is noise, right? All this stuff's kind of baked into the charts already. And then you just, it's like they do what they're going to do with the markets, moving money around, taking people's money. And then they put out news to make excuses for why they did it. Not saying that's exactly what is going on, but that's pretty much how it looks. I've talked about this many, many times. If that sounds good to you, we're going to also look at Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, XRP, and BNB. Show you the charts we've been looking at for a long time. I'm still expecting the same thing. We're going to make this video very quick, zip through. So definitely stick around for the whole thing and make sure you guys smash that thumbs up. Leave your comments below. Let me know what you think and share the video. All right, so this is the Dow Jones. We've been watching this rising wedge right here, and the measured move of the rising wedge, if we break down below, is around 27.8, 27.7 range. If we do break up past this 36,000 point, we may get a quick spike up and down if that happens. I'm not saying that's going to happen either way. The macro is super bearish in my opinion. I've talked about this forever. So let's take a look at what's going on with the daily, right? So daily's getting a little pump today, got a little pump. It got rejected right at the 55 EMA. Or actually, this is the 20 EMA, right? Or not EMA. I don't have EMAs on the... These are the MAs. So that's the 20 MA right there, getting rejected. Perfectly on there. Now, remember, this is what we're looking for. A drop below this trend line right here, right? Let's look at the 2007 UAW strike right over here. Now, if this happens, not saying it's gonna, but if it does, it could repeat just like we've seen over here. This could take a little longer than I expected. I'm still looking for the end of this year for this crash to happen and possibly bottom. If not, it may run into next year. We'll see what happens. Either way, very, very big drop coming in my opinion. All right, so you can see what happened right in here. It was actually right before this peak. So right after the strike started, it went up just a little bit and then came crashing down. Again, we may see that here, but you can see the similarities, the times, just everything is lining up. I just want to heed caution to all you guys that are talking about the melt up and, you know, all that crap, the camel and whatever. Just be careful, guys. I think this is going to be the biggest opportunity in your lifetime, in my lifetime, other than back in 2008, right? But I think this is going to be much bigger. I think it's going to dwarf this. So be careful, be cautious. This is not looking good. DXY, I posted on my Twitter. If you don't follow me on Twitter, give me a follow. The link is down below. I posted over here that we were looking like the DXY was going to break out. You can see it did. And look at this. We are crossing our Fibonacci 0.382 that we've been talking about, the 105 range. We are now above it. Our first target is 105.5. If it doesn't break through this and gets rejection, we may come back down and test this 105 again before continuing up. Then my next target's around the 106. Once this trend line breaks, I believe if we hold support here, our next stop's going to be around 109, then 115. Guys, you know I'm super bullish on the DXY. Anyways, before we get into Bitcoin, check out a word from my sponsor, PrimeXBT. They support the channel. The best crypto exchange, in my opinion, out there. Check them out.
Begin your path to financial freedom. gain up to a $7,000 bonus on us. Register and use promo code. Deposit and enjoy a 7% bonus. Available now. Link in the description.
All right, and don't forget you can use my promo code SAVVY50. That'll get you up to a $7,000 bonus to use toward your margin. SAVVY25 will get you 25% off your fees. You can trade alts, Forex, gold, silver, oil, S&P, Dow Jones, everything all from one exchange. And you can trade it all against Bitcoin also. Definitely check them out. Links down below. Let's check out the daily. So this is what I was talking about in the daily. If for some reason Bitcoin continues to rise here, our next resistance levels on the daily are 27 and 27.2 to 27.3 range. We talked about this yesterday. If we do get up in here, I do think this thing is going to come down hard. Looking at the 4 hour. So the 4 hour, where are we? We bounced off our 0.382. And the 20, we got another fib up at 28. Not that I think we'll get there unless the markets do a huge rally some out of nowhere. But if we do, I still think we're coming back down to these levels, 22.5, somewhere in that range for the next bounce. Once this bottom trend line breaks here, guys, I see us going much, much further down. You guys have seen my targets. Let's look at BNB. If you haven't seen my targets, check out any prior video. I'm just trying to keep this video short today. So we look for our bounce at 200, right? We got it. It's actually at 202. We'll zoom into this area. Let's see what happened there. My BNB chart. I don't know what happened there. That's not my normal BNB chart. But anyways, it still lines up. So we talked about this. If it broke, look for 153. If that broke, look for 69. If 69 does not hold, I think Binance is in massive, massive trouble. Looks a lot like FTT. We've talked about this many times right here. I've been warning you guys of this since November when all this started with the FTX collapse. So that's where I see us. XRP, still the same, guys. Like I said, I think this was it. Each hype cycle for XRP gets less and less. They've taken so much money from people here. I don't even know how anyone can still be in the XRP army. Not saying you can't trade it and make money, but I think this thing is pretty much doomed in my opinion. I do see support somewhere at around 25 to 30 cents. Probably get a bounce there, but could go as low as 4 cents. I've been saying that for 2 years, and so far it's looking pretty likely. All right, Ethereum. As you guys know, here's my targets for Ethereum. I'm looking for a break of this 1430 range, 1440. Once we break that, looking for around 926. Now, if we get back above this white trend line here, which is around, let's just say 1860. If we get back above that and hold support, then we may not see these lower lows. But in my opinion, we're most likely headed down to these levels. So Litecoin broke back above this white trend line on the 90 or 62.13. Will it hold? Probably not. If it does, look for resistance at the 21 EMA, which is 64.30. And then we have the 55 EMA at 72.20. Either way, I still think Litecoin has much further down to go. We've talked about this right here, which is our support, 25,000. We've been beating on it. Remember, the more that a support level gets hit, the more likely it is to get broken. This is on the daily. Again, we have our EMAs up here above us. Let's take a look at, this is one count I have. You guys know I still believe the bottom will be between 35 and 9,700. I do believe we will see under 10,000. I've been calling for September, October. May it take a little bit longer? Possibly. Does it really matter if it takes a little bit longer? Absolutely not. This will be a huge opportunity if it happens. The only thing I think is different is I don't believe we'll see a new all-time high in 4 years like everybody seems to believe. I talked about it yesterday on a Spaces that, you know, The 4-year cycle theory, nobody talks about it anymore. It never breaks its old all-time high, which was 20K. We broke it, guys. The cycle's broken. Doesn't mean that it's not going to be a 4-year cycle, but a new all-time high every 4-year cycle is unlikely. I think it could take a very long time before we make new all-time highs. That doesn't mean you can't make a lot of money. You can see what Nintendo did over here, right? We have the Amazon chart too. Bubbles always return to where they began. You can see it here, right? Always have 100% bear market rally. Here was Amazon's. Actually, it was right here and came down to its new lows, right? Same thing here. We get our 100% rally only to make our true bottom later on. We've expected that for over 2 years. Actually 2 years, right? So I told you there'd be a false bottom, which we got, and then 100% rally, which we got, and then a continuation to the downside to the true bottom. I still believe this to be true. What was that? That was Nintendo. But you can see how long it takes after a bubble pop for it to return to new all-time highs. It's been over 15 years, and Nintendo still hasn't got to his or its. Sony, over 20 years, still haven't got back up to its all-time highs. I do believe it's going to be a while, guys. Be patient. There's lots of money to be made here, especially if you're trading. Again, check out Prime XBT. I'll leave a video up top. I'm out. Have a great day, and I will see you in the next video.